prayed, God, would you let my son be prayed for by the people that he leads? And I ask that our leaders would be prayed for by you on a regular basis, not just this one time here in a little bit, but that you'll pray for them. Give them wisdom, give them understanding. Take this bulletin home and stick it up on your refrigerator if you need to. How can I pray for our poor today? 12 things. David prays, may my son be prayed for. And that's my prayer, that our board members would be prayed for regularly and routinely. Number 11, leadership respected by the kingdom. Each one of these people up here are gifted and talented and quite capable for the responsibilities that they have. And my prayer is that you will see them in the capacity for which they serve, and that they'll have your servitude. For instance, let's say Josh, who's the property and maintenance director, something comes up on the building and he needs a bathroom upstairs rebuilt. And he begins to make phone calls and he says, hey, can you help us in the bathroom? Have you reseated a toilet or something? I don't know. Well, the way that you can show the leadership perspective, you betcha, I'll jump on board with that. Maybe there's stuff that needs to be done in the kitchen. Noreen does an outstanding job in our kitchen. Maybe there's places where we need some help, and she may say, hey, I need somebody to come and help us put together this meal, like tonight, we bring food. And she says, hey, I need to contact some of you ladies. Can you come help me put together this meal? You betcha, I'll be happy to jump on board with this. There's a lot of different capacities in which we can do this. And then finally, the last one is this. David prays that Solomon will have a good what's the word? He'll work well with those that are outside of the kingdom. There are times when locally we have to deal with the city government, with the county, with state. We have to deal with community organizations in one manner, way, shape, or another. Right now, we're in the process of having conversations with the county about a road over here, getting it redone. And so there are times when we have to have that kind of conversation with organizations outside of our, shall we call, kingdom. So one of the ways that David prays for Solomon is give him success in dealing with organizations outside of his kingdom, that there be success in that capacity. And that's how you can pray also, that you bless them to do just this. Okay? Let me just let me tell you that I believe that the greatest thing we can do for our leadership team is to pray for them. So before I launch into this, by the way, none of them knew I was going to do this, so I apologize, but some of them are going to kill them later. So more I think on this side than this side for some reason. But I want to ask you to just let me, I don't want to say introduce them, but just kind of tell you where their responsibilities lie. Marcia Kozlowski is our NMI president. Lori Alexander is a trustee. Steward. Yep.
You don't even know me.
Ellen is our SDMI chairman. Noreen is trustee. Kathy is our church board secretary. Al is our church treasurer. Jerry, you just hear. Trustee, yeah. James is your NYI president. Mike, tell you trustee? Stewart. Let's let much since then. And Josh, like I said, is property and maintenance director. Each one of these are vital to the purpose of our church. Because so goes the leadership, so goes the church. struggles in the organization based on the leadership. So that said, this is what I've done. I would like to take a moment and have our board members read something with me. You have a piece of paper in your hands. What this is straight out of the church manual, and it's called the Workers' Covenant. And it's simply a pledge. And so I'm going to ask our board members, if you would, to read this with me. Would you like standing with me to read this? Is that okay? All right. We'll just read this with me. Let's read it. In consideration of the confidence placed in me by the church in being selected for the office I now assume, I hereby covenant to maintain a high standard of Christian living, an example in harmony with the ideals and standards of the Church of the Nazarene, to cultivate my personal Christian experience by setting aside each day definite time for prayer and Bible reading, to be present at the regular Sunday school, the Sunday morning and Sunday evening preaching services, and the midweek prayer meeting of the church, unless providentially hindered, to attend faithfully all duly called meetings of the various boards, councils, or committees to which I have been or will be assigned, to notify my superior officer if I am unable to be present at the stated time, or to carry out my responsibilities in this office, to read widely the denominational publications and other books and literature which will be helpful to me in discharging the duties of my office, to improve myself and my skills by participating in continuing lay training courses as opportunity is afforded, to endeavor to lead people to Christ by manifesting an active interest in the spiritual welfare of others, and by attending and supporting all evangelistic meetings in the church. Thank you. You guys can be seated right quick.
Amen.
I very much appreciate this. They had no clue I was going to put them up to this. No clue whatsoever. But this is what I would like you to come now and do. Would you come and would you circle around us? And can we pray for our board? Simply put, the purpose of the church is to make disciples, to bring people to Christ. And the truth of the matter is that this is a life or death situation for those who don't know Jesus. So the mission of the church is to make disciples. So may we be busy about this. Would you lay a hand on somebody close by to you? And let's pray, shall we? Father God in heaven, I want to thank you for how you have organized the church. You have established it, dear Father. You have ordained it. Dear Father, you have commissioned it to make disciples, to introduce people to Jesus, to present the gospel. Today, dear Father, I praise you for this team of leaders. God, I ask, dear God, that you would bless them. Lord, for these characteristics that we just read, dear God, we ask that you would put these characteristics onto this board. Lord, I pray first and foremost, God, may they see the will and the ways of God. I pray, dear Father, that you would empower them. Lord, I pray, dear Father, that you would put upon them, dear God, your blessing. God, I pray that you would show them how to deal with situations and circumstances, dear God. Give to them wisdom. Lord, I pray, dear God, that you would also give to them a heart of earnestness, dear Father, that they would be kingdom-minded, dear Father, and Christ-centered, dear Father. May they be busy about the business of making disciples. And dear Jesus, I pray that you would bless them, dear Father, as they lead our church. God, I pray that you bless our people to be a praying people, dear God, for our leadership. And dear Father, we pray, dear God, for results. We pray, dear God, that you would bring about fruit from the labor. And dear God, I pray that this would all be done, not because we get ahead of you, not because we're too far behind we can't keep up, but because we walk step in step with you, dear Father.